Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am Harrison Graham, and today's show is presented by True Classic Tees. Rocking one of their polos today. Love playing golf in these. Love going to happy hour in these. And coming to work in these shirts as well because they're very versatile and comfortable. Go check them out. TrueClassicTees.com/chat. Promo code chat. Get you 25% off at checkout. All right. Is it time to officially embrace the tank? Because the Bears are 3-10. They've lost 6 straight games. They're officially eliminated from playoff contention as well, and they currently sit with the number 2 pick in the NFL draft. Look, yesterday, I'll be honest, in the moment, I wanted to beat the Packers, and if they beat the Packers, I would have been fired up. But now that that game's over with and that you lost both to the Packers, doesn't it make more sense to just not win again? You're sitting in this number 2 position in the NFL draft. The Texans, you're probably not going to catch them, but you never know. If you win again, you certainly won't. But number 2 is a little skewed because Seattle via Denver and Detroit via the Rams, they will both have the tiebreaker over the Bears based on strength of schedule. So when the Bears go on bye week this week, if both those teams lose, the Bears would actually fall to the number 4 position moving forward. So losing out is honestly a very, very possible thing and probably a critical thing if you want to have a great chance at that number 2 pick. So you look at the remaining schedule here for Chicago. Bye week this week, so obviously cheering for Denver to win, cheering for the Rams to win, to get win number 4 for each of those teams as those 2 picks go to other teams. The good news is they don't keep their own picks, so they don't have incentive to lose on purpose, really. Philadelphia in Week 15 at home, Buffalo Week 16 at home, at the Lions versus the Vikings. I expect the Bears to be underdogs in every game from here on out, and losing out is very realistic. It's not just a possibility at this point. It's probably a probability. I mean, you're going to be a heavy dog at home against Philly and Buffalo. It doesn't mean you couldn't win one of those, but seems unlikely. At Detroit, you're going to be a dog in that game on the road. They're playing a lot better. And Vikings at home, yeah, it's at home, but Minnesota's probably going to be playing for playoff seeding. I would expect you to be a dog in that game. So losing out is a very real possibility for this team. And at this point, it's probably the best case scenario. Keep having Justin Fields play well and keep losing. I mean, that's probably what you want. I don't think it's great to keep losing these close games late, but at this point, it's probably best for the future of the franchise. Will the Bears win another game this year? Type Y for yes. Type in for no. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I don't think they will. I think they'll lose out and they'll go 3-14, which is pretty amazing with the amount of close losses they've had. But I do think that's probably going to happen. Maybe they win one game, but I'd be surprised if they won more than one. I'm going to say no. I don't think they win again. Now, if you want another Bears mock draft this week, I've done one every single week for the past month, and don't plan on slowing down. You guys seem to like them. Let's get to 57,000 subs. Once we get to 57,000 subs, I will cook up another mock draft. We have live tomorrow, so if you want it on our live show tomorrow, we got to get 147 subs between now and tomorrow afternoon. So spread the word. Let's get there. Daily videos here on this channel. If you want another mock draft video, another draft where the Bears have the number 2 pick, go ahead and let me know, and we will make that happen for you guys. All right, let's go to this conversation because it's a sticky one because there's a lot of factors here, but should we be concerned about the coaching staff at all? Matt Eberflus and co., I thought, made some critical errors against the Packers in that game. Coaching mistakes, which, look, they happen. Players make mistakes. Coaches make mistakes. No one throws a perfect game. I get all that. But there were 4 critical errors, in my opinion, that directly led to this loss. Matt Eberflus calling a timeout late in the first half. It was 4th and 4. You'd gotten a stop. There was a running clock. I think the Packers were going to run that down to 3 seconds to kick a field goal. For some reason, with 24 seconds left, Eberflus takes a timeout. Packers talk it over. They go for it and get a touchdown. That's a 4-point difference there. Now, maybe the Packers go for it anyway and get it, but what does that timeout help you for? Even if you get the stop, you have less than 20 seconds to go. I guess you're hoping for a big kickoff return, which you got anyway, and you still took a knee. So I was confused by that decision. I think it was a bad move on Eberflus's part. There wasn't enough time. There was 45 seconds. Yeah, take the timeout, and if you get the ball back, something could happen. Number 2, the Wildcat sequence from Luke Getsy. You're going straight down the field. It's 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. You call Wildcat. Doesn't go anywhere. There's a holding call anyway. Pushes you back. Then you run the ball 2 more times for -3 yards. So then it's 3rd and goal at the 22. Justin Fields completes a 12-yard pass to the 10-yard line. You have to kick a field goal. You didn't give your quarterback a realistic chance to make up for that awful Wildcat decision. You ran it 2 more times. Fields was cooking yesterday. That was stupid by Getsy. Then later in the game, on 3rd and 5 in field goal range, they hand the ball off to Montgomery for 1 yard, and I'm thinking, okay, if you're running it there, you're going to go for it on 4th down. You don't. So it's a double whammy on that one. Whammy on number 1 on Luke Getsy for running the ball on 3rd and 5, and then whammy number 2 on Matt Eberflus for kicking a field goal there with a 2-point lead, and then it got blocked. I said it on the watch party, kicking that field goal, you deserve to miss it, and guess what? It got blocked because that was the wrong decision there. You should have gone for it, tried to get a touchdown, and made it a 2-score game. Coaching staff blew this game. They just did. I mean, they're learning. It's a young staff. It's a first-year head coach. I get all that, first-year play caller, and there's been some good things from Luke Getsy, but there's been some situational stuff sprinkled in throughout the year that I haven't been a fan of. Really, yesterday I didn't have any major beef with Alan Williams, but we know he's had some question marks all year. Eberflus, he's kind of conservative, kicks too many field goals for me, especially as an underdog team this year. I don't know. I felt like the coaching staff blew this game more than anyone else. And that's a little concerning going forward. I think we at least have to be somewhat concerned. How concerned are you with this Bears coaching staff right now? Scale of 1 to 10. 1 being you're not. This is a tank season. None of it matters. 10 being you're panicking. Fire everybody. Start over. I'd say I'm at like a 6. I'm not panicking, but I am mildly concerned. Like it's not a 1 or a 2. Like these type of decisions matter because when you do have a better roster by hopefully next season and you do have expectations of winning games and going to the playoffs, you got to make the right calls in key spots. That could be the difference between winning and losing. You've been on the losing end of that all year. This team, as flawed as they are, could probably have like 7 wins right now. But they've come up short in key spots, some of it coaching, some of it lack of personnel, some of it lack of execution. But I am mildly concerned, and I think it's valid if you are as well. Now, True Classic Tees is sponsoring today's show, and we greatly appreciate them. Have no fear. True Classic Tee Cheer is here this holiday season. Very affordable T-shirts and polos for males of all sizes, and you can get 25% off using promo code CHAT. I'm a big fan of their T-shirts and polos. I rock them all the time here on these shows, in the office, happy hour, on the golf course. Very, very comfortable. If you're a big guy like me, if you're a skinny guy, if you got a 6 or an 8-pack, you're going to be showing off the best part of your body. That's what True Classic promises you. Go to trueclassictees.com/chat, plug in promo code chat. You can get these bundle deals too, 6-pack polos, 9-pack polos, T-shirts as well. Less than $14 a tee for 9 T-shirts. You're not finding that anywhere else, especially for the high-quality T-shirts these are. So go check them out. We appreciate them for sponsoring today's show. Perfect gift this Christmas season. Clock's ticking. We're in December 5th now? Got to get it going. So trueclassictees.com/chat, promo code chat. Go check out True Classic Tees today. All right, let's talk about some more positives. Justin Fields in the passing game. Best game of the year, I thought, throwing the football for Justin. Looked comfortable, made several big-time throws in this game. That was really, really nice to see. You look at the raw stats here, 20 of 25, 254 yards. Didn't throw a touchdown, did throw 2 picks. We'll talk about those in a second. Continues to be magical as a runner, by the way. That 55-yard touchdown run, I mean, it's just special. It's so special, that move he makes to avoid the first guy. Then he just outruns everybody else. I mean, it's just ridiculous what the guy can do as a runner. But I thought he had his best game throwing the football as well, which, by the way, he's been throwing it pretty well for most of this year. But, like, statistically, it started to add up to 20 of 25, guys, 254. Like, that's a good day for any quarterback in this league. And let's talk about the picks now. First interception, I would say at least was equally on St. Brown, if not more. I think a advanced wide receiver. And look, St. Brown actually had a decent game yesterday. 3 catches, 85 yards. That was kind of one of those deep middle curl routes. He's so slow out of his break and doesn't drive back to the football. On a curl route like that, you've got to come back to the ball. And the defender, Jair Alexander, one of the best corners in the game, he breaks on it and he drives the ball and picks it off. You have got to give more of an effort there to make sure at worst that's an incomplete pass. Because when Justin threw it, he wasn't even out of his break yet. He threw it at the perfect time, and St. Brown just didn't come back to the football. And then the second one, look, you're down 9 with under a minute left. He forced one, got baited into one. Sure, you can say, well, if you score there, get an onside kick, you still have a chance. Yeah, you still had a small chance, but that's a classic. Well, we're down late. We got to make something happen. He forced one. So I don't want to give the guy a pass on both picks, but neither of those. The second one doesn't happen if the first one happens. That's number one, because you were out of the game by the second one. And number two, I think a good receiver comes back to that football. I really, really do. When it comes to Equanimeous St. Brown, made several big-time throws, like I said. I mean, multiple downfield throws. A one where St. Brown beat the defender on a deep ball, good on EQ that time. The one where he spins out, squares his shoulders, throws a 49-yard strike to N'Keal Harry that he's able to come down with. A very perfect ball there, very catchable to go up and get it. Threw some intermediate balls to Cole Kmet and Chase Claypool. He just looked comfortable. There was only one or two throws. Like, he tried a quick under center, like sidearm, get it out to Claypool right off the snap. I don't think he got a good grip on it, threw it behind him. That was a miss, but for the most part, he didn't really miss. I mean, he was pinpoint accurate throughout this game, so that was very, very encouraging for Justin Fields. Shady McCoy, I hope you saw it. If you are all in on Justin Fields type me, I think you guys know that I am at this point. Entering this offseason, it's about building around him, rebuilding the defense a little bit, and getting this roster to a more competitive level, because if this roster is league average next year, seriously, league average, this will be a playoff team, because Fields will keep playing better, and he can elevate a league average roster to above average, and that's all you need to make to be one of the 7 teams in the NFC to make the playoff. All right, let's talk about Alex Leatherwood as well. Another positive. Played 10 snaps against Green Bay. Something I found interesting that I didn't realize. So he said that when he had mono earlier in the season and went on the NFI list and missed a month, he lost 25 pounds. I mean, mono hit him pretty hard, so it's taken him a while to, he talked about getting his wind back still. So he's not, at full strength necessarily in terms of being able to play, a full game. Bye week coming up. Hopefully after the bye he can, because I would start him at right tackle the rest of the season. But in limited action, 10 snaps, I'm not going to overreact. PFF grades stack up, and I'll be honest, during the game, I didn't notice anything that would be like, oh, God, that was bad, right? Like, when you don't say anything about an offensive lineman, that usually means they're playing well. He was solid, man. I thought he was rock solid over there, and that's encouraging. That's something you do want to – that is something still to play for the rest of this year. A guy like him, play him at right tackle the rest of the year. If his wind is fully underneath him, if he's ready to go full throttle after the bye, he is my starting right tackle the rest of the season. I got to evaluate that, because if he shows enough that he's at least an option to be your starting right tackle next season, that's huge, because that's one less guy you have to prioritize in the draft. Then your offensive line, maybe you only focus on like center and a guard, right? And then maybe you get a third tackle to compete with either Braxton Jones or Alex Leatherwood. So that's very, very important moving forward. I really, really hope he starts the rest of the season out there. Should Alex Leatherwood be the starter at right tackle for the rest of the season? What do you guys think? Type S for starter or B for backup? Look, Riley Reiff, he's done an admirable job as a vet, but I don't think he's a part of the future. If he is fully ready to go, if he can handle the workload, I would start Alex Leatherwood at right tackle for the final 4 games of the season. All right, Bears fans, hang in there. The season's been tough, but it's still fun to watch Justin Fields. It's still fun to think about the future. We still have a ton of content coming your way, so I appreciate the unwavering support from all the real ones out there, the FGB squad. Get the FGBs in. I know it's tough, but hopefully that rivalry starts to flip on its head very, very soon. Hit that sub button. We'll see you tomorrow for our live show here at Chicago Bears Now.